It seems like in today's time in gaming, especially on the internet, whenever a new game comes out, there is always some sort of controversy behind it, whether it be warranted or not. And unfortunately for games like Dragon's Dogma 2 and Rise of the Ronin, some of these outrages have been kind of pointless. What's good, everybody? It's Blue Satire again. I just want to talk to y'all today about why everyone is up in arms about some of these games that came out in the past couple of days, and if some of it is even warranted or not, or if people just exaggerating or being a little bit extreme. And let me tell you how I feel right off the bat. It's probably a little extreme. The main game I want to talk about is Dragon's Dogma 2, but real quick, I gotta shake my head at the folks that's saying Rise of the Ronin looks like a PS3 game. Have y'all seen a PS3 game in recent years? No, the game's not the most breathtaking thing, but the game is fun, the game looks good, people are enjoying it, and it was kind of annoying to see people in folks' Twitch chats and their streams saying, are you playing this game? It looks like PS2 game. PS2 game, come on, you just hating at this point. I think we're so stuck on technical stuff and frames per second. A lot of people don't play games for fun anymore. They play games to criticize. But back to the topic at hand. I got to play Dragon's Dogma a little bit early, and a lot of people played at midnight Thursday. And before I went to bed, there was so many people saying, I'm having so much fun. The gameplay is great. This is a great RPG. And then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and all of a sudden everybody mad. Microtransactions. They hid that from us. They're locking fast travel and all this other stuff and recreating your character in saves and starting over behind paid content. And I'm like, what? I just played for like 7-8 hours, and I ain't even know. Well, I did know because I played the first Dragon Dogma, and they had the same stuff that people are complaining about today. And I'll upfront and let you know, I do not like microtransactions. And I'll also say I think the microtransactions in these games might be a little stupid, if not a lot of stupid, because it's really pointless. But the problem I have with all of this is not people being mad at the microtransactions being there, but spreading misinformation about the game and review bombing it for the wrong reasons. Review bombing is stupid, period. But people review bombing based off an article or based off their favorite YouTuber and big account on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, being enraged, being mad, farming engagement for people's anger. And we've come off a couple of weeks of people saying that journalists are this, integrity, blah, 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 force divert, all of this stuff that people have been mad about. But immediately those same people are spreading the misinformation of these articles and these big Twitter accounts, the big YouTube accounts of saying that you need to pay to get certain features in the game, when everything in this game is attainable except for maybe some items that don't even do anything. But everything is obtainable in the game just by playing it. The major problem is people don't read and don't want to read, or they see headlines and they take it for a grain of salt and they start spreading their anger and spreading their hate. And then other people who don't want to take the time to look for themselves because they trust the people they see, or they see it so much on the timeline, they believe that initial hate and the initial misinformation that's spread because everybody's saying it, so it must be true. That's how fast this stuff spreads and how toxic it gets in the game community these days. And again, microtransactions are like, they're annoying. And in this game, they're pretty much pointless. There's no reason for them to be there. And I say that because even they came out, Capcom had to come back and let people know after all of this backlash that all the items listed below can be obtained in game or as paid DLC items. My problem is people are spreading misinformation and mad at the wrong things. Like, the thing I thought I was gonna see more is the frame rate especially for the PC users, is how it's not, even on the high-end PCs, it's not working as well as it should. I haven't had many problems with the PS5. There's some frame dips, but I'm a gamer that don't care about that if it's fun. If I can barely notice the dips, which I barely did, I don't really care because the game is fun. But I get other people, they love those technology things, and I understand that. But most of the outrage and most of the comebacks and most of the people spreading misinformation, it has nothing to do with the actual problems. It's all about the things that aren't true. The things of saying you can't do this or that without paying for DLC, when everything in the paid DLC in Dragon's Dogma 2 is optional. And it's stupid, but it's optional. And I mean, maybe it's for people who have to have a choice of, well, I don't want to grind and get these, so I just pay this $1, this $2 for it, which is nuts. But okay. And truth be told, this has been happening for a while. Everyone is saying that it's a precedent, that they're setting a new precedent, and that's why it's so bad. But the precedent has been set. It's been set for years, 10, 15 years already. These same DLC paid options were in Dragon's Dogma, the original game, in 2012. It's even still up on the PS3 version. I don't even know who still got that PS3 hooked up to the internet to even do it, but you can. But also, you go back to Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry 4, Resident Evil 4. A lot of these games had the same problems, if not the worst things in it. And I didn't hear too much argument. That's when we should have been saying something. And again, I'm not a fan of microtransactions, especially in a single player game. I get that. Why am I paying full price for a game, then you got some microtransactions too? Give me a complete game. But the truth of the matter is, this is a complete game without the microtransactions, which is why I think the DLC is dumb, because you just brought bad marketing and bad perceptions to your game because you got some greed. You want more money, and that's the problem these days. That's the problem with microtransactions. That's the gaming community today. And this game is not the one setting that precedent. This has been done for years. I see people paying hundreds of dollars for skins, and look, with like Fortnite got everybody wrapped, because every time a new dance come out, you paying $5 to $10 to $20, $30 for a new skin. When they get that new collaboration or whatever you want to say, what's going on? You paying for that. Valorant is free to play. Yeah, it's a free to play game. All these games are free to play. Fortnite free to play. So you say, I understand, but it's still wild that we're paying $100, $100 to $30 for some skins for a gun that we probably won't even use but twice. The problem is, it's already normal now. The precedent has already been set. And if the game is good and you can avoid it, they're gonna keep putting it in there. And that's what this game is like, and other games are like. Again, Resident Evil 4, Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter Rise. Have y'all seen how much DLC is in Monster Hunter games? That's pointless. Some of them might be skins, but there's some other stuff for tickets and all of this stuff. Like, all of these games do it. Look, Street Fighter 5 was horrible with it. Street Fighter 6 still kind of bad with it too. So this ain't the first game. They're not setting the precedent. The precedent has been set, and it's not even been set by Capcom. All of these companies do it because they want your money. But the best thing you can do is just not pay for it. And I know we're gonna boycott the game. That's not. Is this a boycottable thing? I don't think so. But you do have to answer. You do have to talk with your wallet. And I know y'all seen Overwatch. Overwatch 2 is struggling. They struggling so bad that they breaking the characters free again, because wasn't nobody paying for those battle passes just to get a character in a free to play game. All the broken promises that Overwatch 2 made, no more single player, no new. You really played people, and that's what needs to happen. And talk with your wallet. Dragon's Dogma 2 is getting some unfair criticism when it comes to this DLC thing. Is the DLC stupid? Yes. But do you need it for the game? Absolutely not. You can play this whole game and get everything that you need and more, and it won't affect the way the game plays. It won't ruin your experience. You can play the game the way it was intended to play without even looking at the DLC or not even knowing that it exists, because a lot of people didn't even know it was DLC there until they seen everybody mad. So that's my point for today. I would say for anybody looking that wants to play Dragon's Dogma, should you play it? You absolutely should, because it is a good game. It is a game that could contend for Game of the Year if you don't look at all the drama behind it. That shouldn't even be drama, because it isn't true. Is the DLC stupid? Yes. Do you need it? No. Is it a good adventure? Yes. Is the gameplay fun? Yes. Is there a lot to do? Yes. Is it an intricate design? Is it new? Is it creative? Yes. Is it something worth playing? Yes. Also, are there issues with frame rates and performance? Yes. Does it need to be fixed? Yes. But does it ruin the gameplay? Absolutely not. Or enjoying those games. And another thing too, like I go back to the reading point. It's funny that people say that they snuck this in, reviewers didn't have it, but there are reviewers saying they literally put it in the review. They literally put it in their review guides, but they didn't read it because they didn't want to be spoiled. Other people say it was there. They told us that microtransactions were there, but that was always a thing. They felt it wasn't important, but at the same time, use your voice, because there are some things that we do need to talk about. We do need to express, but we got to do it a better way than what we're doing. And that's all I got for y'all today. Please let me know how y'all feel about Dragon's Dogma 2. Are you playing? Did these microtransactions that you don't need, that don't affect the game in any way, made you mad? Did they make you mad? Do you not get in the game anymore? And that's another thing too. Everybody that's complaining, a lot of folks ain't even played the game or touched it. How do you even know? Because you don't. And it's people that's telling you, we're playing the game, we're telling you don't need any of this. But people saw a Steam page and saw DLC and said, oh, you can't play the game without all of this. And it's a lie. But that's all for me. Y'all have a good one and bye.